How many sports can you think of that combine gymnastics, swimming, and diving all in one event? Competitive diving can be traced back to 480 BC, but it continues to be one of the lesser-known sports. It is a sport not many choose because of its extreme difficulty. It requires cardiovascular endurance, balance, coordination, flexibility, agility, power, and muscular strength and endurance. There are a variety of dives that can be performed that each comes with its own challenges. Although one of the lesser-known sports, it is a highly unique one with a variety of different dives that can be performed to earn a variety of scores. A diving meet can be an exciting event both for the diver and for the audience. It tests each diver's individual skills. At a diving meet, there is a score table filled with people who fill various roles. There is an announcer as well as several recorders who record the judge's score. There is also a checker and a calculator who multiply the score by the difficulty of the dive performed and then check the accuracy of the score. The master scorer is in charge of keeping a master list of all the scores for each dive. The divers are usually provided with a place to warm up, and after they warm up, they wait for their turn to dive. A diving order is called by the announcer, and divers perform their dive immediately after their name is called. There are 6 different types of dives performed by divers. The forward dive is the most basic type of dive, where the diver starts out with their body facing towards the water and dives in. This can be made more difficult with up to 4.5 somersaults that can be added before hitting the water. A backwards dive is where the diver faces with their back towards the water and dives off in that position. Up to 3.5 rotations can be performed in a backwards dive. The reverse dive can also be known as the gainer. This dive is where the diver starts out facing towards the water, but after they launch themselves into the air, reverse their body and land in backwards. An inward dive is the reverse of a reverse dive, where the diver starts out facing away from the diving board, but again switches positions in the air so it lands in the water forwards. A twisting dive is one of the most complex dives and can be performed in forward, backward, reverse, or inward position. It involves the diver adding a twist in their routine before they reach the water. This is where gymnastic skills really come in handy, and this dive can only be performed by the most elite divers. An arm stand dive is another complex dive. In this dive, the diver begins in a handstand position at the end of the diving board and proceeds to do their dive from this position. This takes a lot of upper body strength. Scoring in diving is rather complex, but it is important to understand for the audience as well as the diver. After their initial dive, divers are given a score between 1 and 10, 1 being the worst and 10 being the best. The lowest and highest scores are dropped, and the raw score is multiplied by the degree of difficulty, which produces the diver's final score. Whether you are familiar with competitive diving or not, it is a sport you definitely want to check out. It is sure to bring a thrill and element of excitement whether you are watching it or diving. It is important to support some of these lesser-known sports and get our children involved in them. Diving has many benefits. It provides an element of unity among a diving team, as well as building strength, endurance, and flexibility. In addition to these benefits, diving teaches dedication and determination to all who try it. Thank you.